All right, so welcome to McBean Fitness. We got my new bench set up. Someone made a comment that they think these legs, which you probably can't see, are going to cause an issue with my benching, so we'll test it out. Let's bring that down so we can see that. So here's where the base is. And I think because of my size, I think I'm going to be past that, but we'll see what happens. That was one of the comments somebody made, so we'll test that. Definitely has a much more supportive bench. Right now I got it loaded up with 315. I'm not going to obviously start with 315. But I'm going to take the opportunity to show everybody the weights and the nomenclature on said weights. And if you've been following me for a while, I've been getting a lot of silly comments on there. I know it's a reverse image, but it's 45 pounds, 20 kilos. And that's basically how those go. So I'm going to start with 135. That's a good weight to start with. Not too heavy, easy to control. I'm basically going to start them there. So these are the black weights inside. People go, oh, those are 20 pounders. I never heard of a 20 pound weight. But these are also 45 pound weights. Of course, I usually get these from my short videos. And they don't get this part of it because they don't follow my channel enough to really watch everything that I do. These are the IMAXs. This is the original ones that came with the set, and they're also 45 pounds. So, I got 6 45 pound weights. I got this row is 35s, and these down here are 25s. And there's a 35 there. So I've got 4 35 pound weights in my set. I got 4 25 pound weights in my set. I got numerous 10s, 5s, and 2 1/4s. But if you look at the total weights that I have down here, readily accessible, not counting all my dumbbells and that, is there's 315, 100 pounds and 25s. So there's 415. And I got 140 and 35s. So that's 555 total weight. I'm looking at 40 there. 595. 600. 610 there. I got another 45 there at 645 pounds. I got about another 60 pounds upstairs. So easily to say, I've got over 700 pounds of weights just in the house. Now, if you watch my summer videos, you know that I've got numerous plates outside. I've got 45 pounders outside. I got 35 pounders outside. And I've got 25 pounders and 10s and 5s that I use with my one T-bar. So these are all things that you kind of got to take into the process of what my home gym has. I got my loading bench here that I need to move over a little bit and try to make some more room here. I've got a bunch of dumbbells with the star drives. I can make a lot of those. This also has weights you can load on the back, so I can do a pull downs here if I want to. Of course, with this, I've had this system for 20 years. So to even be able to do this where I can pull them in. So I still have the other bench here, which that would work well for. So those are some ideas of incorporating more things so I can do more work here at the house. You know, when you do it at the house, you kind of take away any sort of excuse of not working out. Although I do like to go to commercial gyms. Number one, I know a lot of people at them. And generally, if I don't have my son here to spot me, then I got somebody else to spot me. So 135, we'll start with that. We'll see how the bench feels. We're going to see if that is going to be a factor. Because on this bench over here, it was a shorter base, so we're going to test that theory out. But I don't think it is an issue. Just because I'm so long. I'm 6'4". So I think that's what kind of does it. Now this bench is a little taller. But do I want to unrack out here? I don't know. We'll kind of test it out. It's 135, it's not an issue. So it makes it a little easier to re-rack it, but is it a little close? I don't know. Here's when you start getting the idea, okay, if I get in a heavier weights, do I want to start up taller or do I want to start up shorter? Inquiring minds would like to know. We heard that go, didn't we? So, luckily I'm down in the basement. And, yeah, I didn't have a collar on. Imagine that. So now we'll do a set with up here and kind of see how it feels. I would like to have one right in between. And I would need a big drill to do that. And maybe I'll do that, who knows? So, I've been sick all week. I had a terrible, terrible stomach flu. Yeah, I don't wish on anybody. And it's knocked me down. I'm still coughing up stuff, so my breathing's going to be labored. I'm going to go weigh myself later this evening. But I anticipate being at least 5 pounds down, if not 10. Just couldn't eat. Now, of course, my level of activity had decreased too, but this was a setback I really, 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 really didn't want to have, but it happened. I mean, so what are you going to do? It is what it is. I'm looking at my Gold Power Series, and it looks like it can be screwed into another base, which is kind of cool to know if I ever think I need to, but the nice part of it is adjustable. And I'm going to use it for some dumbbell lifting. I just have to, my son assembled something that my brother left here. And right now all it is a big clothes storage. So we're going to have to figure something out here. And I want to open that area up there, point in an area you can't see, but it would definitely give me a lot more room. Get this area cleaned up here too. We have our old crib. Looks like we also have a bunk bed set. Stuff that we keep saying, you know, we're gonna put on eBay. You know, we're gonna put it on Marketplace. We're gonna. Well, I think this spring is gonna be the gunnas. And get some of this stuff sold out of here. And get the other stuff organized. A lot of it's mine, but you know, it's just eventually you gotta say, okay, it's time to sit there and pretty things up. So let's see how it feels coming off the higher rack. I wish there was one in between. But we'll see how this goes. So, clear is easy enough. So I'm thinking I need to bring the bench this way a little bit so I don't hit my own racks. Let's move that up. Yeah, it looks like this might be the better position. Oh, easily clears. There we go. The one thing is the bench is solid. I don't feel any creaking back and forth like I did with this one. And there's no rocking, there's no wiggling. So I definitely have a better braced. So what I'll do is I'll add, when I do my shorts, I'll attach me bringing those weights up. And that'll be right there in the introduction. It's amazing just how many insecure individuals are out there. You like to say, oh, it's just those young kids. No, it's not. It's all age groups. You know, old, young, middle age, every nationality. There's always seems to be no lack of fools. All right, folks, the real weights. They had one that was arguing with me. He finally agreed with me, but he's like, over 20 pounds. Had 385. Two of the plates were 35-pound plates. Oh no, they were 25s. That's only 265 or 365. I'm like, seriously? I didn't think 365 was impressive enough, so I said they're going to lie about two plates. Give me a break. They're bigger, you can tell. They're 35-pounders. When I do go to, and hopefully this month, when I do go to 405, it'll be a 25 and 210s. I'm not going to argue about the 35 and a 10. I can already see it coming. So, this is my first workout since, I think, last Friday. Monday, I really felt it hit me. Stomach was in a knot, had a fever, coughing, hacking, whole body aching, everything, called in. Tuesday, I felt even worse. Called in, went to the doctor Wednesday. Wednesday I was like, probably the worst part of it. I actually threw up while I was taking a shower. I'm like, oh. And I've got a pretty strong stomach. I mean, that's probably, in all legit, that's probably the 5th time I threw up in my entire life. It takes a lot. And 2 times it's because I stuck my finger down my throat because I was getting tired of how the stomach felt. So they told me, yeah, it's going around, everybody's getting it. And it takes 5 to 7 days, some people even 10 days to get over. And then Thursday I was feeling a little bit better, but then Friday I felt even a little worse, so I took the week off. I hated to do it, but I didn't want to share this with nobody. You don't want this. I mean, I don't think anybody dies from it, but oh my God, I just felt crap. Felt like severe crap all week. Weak, aching, feverish. I did take Alka-Seltzer every time I ate to calm my stomach down. I went through a whole thing of Pepto-Bismol. Those didn't help. Tums. They help. Tums and Alka-Seltzer seem to be my go-tos. They seem to be the ones that are going to take care of it for you. So I didn't do any workouts. I stayed home. The only time I went out was to go to the doctor and then pick up my medication, and that was it. So I'll be back to work Monday. I mean, today was not a bad day. Luckily it was warmer, but we got some very severe cold weather coming in. Polar vortex. No, it's called cold weather. Everybody's got these cool names now. Before it was just saying, yeah, we got a cold front's coming in. Arctic air is coming in. It's going to get really cold. Okay. Now it's polar vortex. It's like the frost giants are coming down from Canada and attacking Illinois. El Nino. It's they make up a name for everything now. It makes it sound more and more exciting, but it's the same old stuff. But it's going to get cold. It's going to get cold, go all the way down further south than that. So Monday and Tuesday are going to be the bad days. Luckily, I work by a furnace. Kind of the advantage of that. So basically this year, I'm going to be expanding my home gym. I will still be going to Premier Fitness. I will still be driving down to Shorewood Fitness at least once a month, maybe twice a month. I'm going to try to get there a little bit more often. I have really good workouts there. Vince and Kevin and Matt and a lot of those guys are just, great people to be around. And they keep you motivated, and there's more than enough people there. I always get a spot there. It's not like when I'm at the other gym that some days I just can't go heavy because I don't have somebody at the spot. I can't rely on the owner. He's got a life. And he trains other people. So, and here, I can do this when I got my son. If I do go heavier than what I currently have right now, I do have my boy to come down there and spot for me. So, my first workout back, I'm going to try to expand my little workout area here. I've got a crunch bench there, which I'm going to use sparingly. Got my other bench here where I can probably do dumbbell exercises with, and then if I want to sit there and reload those up, means I can probably go and start bringing some of my 1-inch weights back in, or I can put the adapters on and put the bigger weights in. I can do the flies, and I can do the pull downs, and they even have a back exercise there I can do too. Now the pulleys are a little aged and not the smoothest transition. Understand, when you have a really nice machine that has 2 or 3 pulleys, those are really just to make it a smooth action. I can go, the pulleys take that all the weight away. No, the weights are calibrated to it. On one that has 3 pulleys, it says it's 100 pounds, not 300 pounds. It knows. But what you get is a nice smooth transition, where you have like the one for the lat machine where there's just a single pulley. It's whoop, and then you get that little bounce because it doesn't have those pulleys to sit there and increase the length of travel and make it smoother. So the transaction is not as smooth, but you are using bigger muscles, so that's okay too. And this one here, the transaction is going to be a little rough. But right now, I'm really utilizing it for bench. When I start feeling better, I'll probably get really motivated, and I will set up another rack up there a little bit higher and probably use it for squats. All right, 225. Let's see how it feels. How does it feel? Not bad. I would like it if it was maybe a little bit shorter, and so I wouldn't have to be like super extended. But the next level down is like a good 6 inches lower. So that's the only bad thing about that. The only way to change that is put this on some sort of platform. Which I probably could do. And then that would make it a little bit more even. So I'll go up to the 315. But I'll have my boy here to help me. So we got 345s on each side. So that'll be 315. I'm going to take a bit of a break before I do it. And probably this will be as heavy as I go. Now, as I keep putting the weights back there, I am slowly pushing it back. And there's really no way around that. So every now and then I'll have to unload the weights and bring everything forward. I get some more motivation. I'll probably cut this carpet out of here. I'll just cut it and take it out in sections. Oh, there's a bunch of my 1-inch weights. There's, let me see, 45. Got 50 pounds of 1-inch weights there. And I probably got some more over there. I just got weights everywhere. I got dumbbells. I got 40s all the way up to 70s. I got a set of 70s. I think I got a 75 and even an 85 pound dumbbell. And if I can use those for like some back exercise. So there's plenty to do down here. I just got to get organized. I think the first thing is get those bunk beds sold. And if it can't be a standalone, then I'll just burn it. But I'll have to see if both of them are here. Quartering lines want to know. I do have a weight tree back here. Oh, there's some more 1-inch weights. There's the ladder. Might be able to be sold as a standalone bed frame. Yeah, maybe I can get $20 out of it. Or maybe I can just get rid of it. Anytime I have this conversation with the missus, it doesn't go as expected, whatever does. I got 315 on here. I'm going to take a break. And then I'll come back down here to my son to spot me. But I don't want to play around. It's not that I can't unrack it and lift it, I can. But it's just not the best setup here. So eventually I'd probably like to get rid of this. And then get a setup that I could actually attach the bench to and make it a one piece. Something to do in the future. Let's take a break. So I took a bit of a break, went upstairs, and I went to go get my spotter. And he went to bed on me. Now we did get the young man up a little earlier than his usual noon. So I guess that's my fault. Still a weight I can handle, but I was going to want to do a lot of reps. But you know, I want to make sure I have a clean re-rack. So what I'm going to do, just to make sure we keep things safe, is I do have another set racks, and what I can do put them right down just below it. So if I have to, I can short rack it. I just need to see what I did with the other piece. Probably should put my earpiece in too so you can hear me. I still think we'll cover it. So let's see, where's that other one? We got 35-pound weight here. Those betas. Okay. It should be over here. This one is stuffed all over this side. There we are. So what I can do, yeah, but where I have to, I can short rack it. It's not the way I wanted to do it. And the thing of it is, I need to bring it out further. These should actually be reversed if I want to set up a short rack. So this will be interesting. Let's see how it goes. So 315, probably only going to do it for one or two. Only because I don't have somebody here to spot me if I get tired out, unfortunately. So that was my concern, because when you're handling that heavy weight, and when you have literally only like an inch clearance on each side, in all reality, I'd like to have these things a little closer so I'd have a little bit more room to rack. So we put 315 up once. Nothing to be really bragging about, but unless I have a spotter that's as heavy as I'm going to go, and if I wasn't going to put these as a second set, I would reverse it. You know, what it allows me to do is allows me to hit here and drop down into that one. So that's probably how we'll change it and make it a little bit safer when I don't have a spotter. So I thought I had a spotter. And that's the way that goes. So 315, light workout means I can repeat this workout probably on Monday. It's supposed to be a very cold day. Tuesday also. So my workout will probably be here in the house. So, and my son should be home. And if he's not up, I'll wake him, but I wasn't going to wake him just for this. It wasn't that important. I just wanted to get some of the blood moving, get things rolling again. And say at least I got exercise in. My energy level is still low. Like I said, I took a heck of a kick in the stomach with the flu. So, but there's always a possibility if he gets up anytime soon that I might just come down here and do a set or tour. But right now I'm gonna upload this as a premiere, so maybe I can chat with some of you guys in about an hour or so. Should only take about a half hour to upload. So I'll set it up for about an hour and 15 minutes. So hopefully you get notified. Who knows? It could happen. So remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, hydration, safety. Always find new ways to get in shape. You know, don't be afraid to sit there and clean up the basement. You know, I hopefully one of these days it'll be a nice clean setup like Michael has. You know, and I'm sure he looks at it going, man, I wish I could make this change or this change. And that's the way it should be. You should always be looking for, what else can I do? How can I make this a little cooler? You know? It's kind of how you grow. You know, if you ever say, well, I got everything exactly where I want it, now I can just coast. I just don't see getting to that point. But I do see there's going to be changes and adjustments and stuff like that, which you have to have. So everybody, thanks for joining in. I hope you enjoyed the premiere. All right, and stay warm. Come, I think it starts for us. It starts for other people. It's probably already started. For these next 3 or 4 days, be very careful. If you are traveling, make sure you've got at least a half a tank of gas. You'd be better to keep it towards the full mark. Have an extra blanket in there. Have extra cold weather gear. Because when it gets down to 0 and below, that weather can kill you. Everybody have a wonderful week.